All right, so I'm going to talk about one of these problems that can be encountered. If you work on enough Telechron clocks, you will encounter this. I'm working on a different finesse than this one. And I was taking it apart, and I came back here, these two screws holding the movement into the case. And one of these screws just kept turning and kept turning, and it wouldn't come out. Now, the problem that was going on was the post that holds that screw inside the finesse. It is busted. When I mean busted, if you notice this, the post can turn. Okay, it's not supposed to do that. So this just weakened where it had been riveted in, and that's a problem. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to grind this out, take this out, then I'm going to drill it and tap it so I can put a screw in there, and then won't have that problem again. Now sometimes you have a post that's broken off, needs repaired, so this is the same concept. But there's something else we use the same method for. Usually take out a Telechron clock like this, okay, made in the 30s or the 40s, and you take off the bezel, the lens, the hands, and the face, and you have these three screws right here, okay, that are holding this front plate to the back plate, and the movement sandwiched in between. But when you start getting up into the 50s, you find what's called staked movement. So staked movement doesn't use screws, it's like a rivet. And if you take something like this apart and you want to get inside there and clean it, you can't, not easily, okay? So one thing that you can do, which I've done before, is grind out these rivets and use the same procedure. The posts that are holding this front plate to the back plate, drill them, tap them, and put a screw in there. So this is what I'm going to do now. In case you don't know, okay, some people might just be new to doing this. What I'm going to use to grind out the rivets, to grind out the post, is called a Dremel tool. Now, this is the brand name is Dremel. It's called a rotary tool. Dremel has been around a long time and is known for good quality. They're not cheap. Dremel tools are not cheap. Okay, I did try a rotary tool from Harbor Freight, and the first time I used it, I plugged it in and started to work, and it started smoking. And so I returned it, So bit the bullet and bought this Dremel. But anyway, and this is called a cutoff wheel. And this is the extra heavy duty cutoff wheel, which I'll use just because it's easier for this kind of job. They sell thinner ones that they work just as well for this job, but I'm not going to use the thinner ones because they tend to snap, and I don't have to be pretty with this job, so I'm just going to use the big one. It'll get it done quicker and won't snap on me. Now, speaking of Harbor Freight, I got this bad boy from Harbor Freight, and what I want to mention about this is, yeah, this is cheap, but this does not have the power to grind metal. So you really have to have a rotary tool that's up to the task. And if it's not Dremel, you could try a Harbor Freight rotary tool. It may have just been my bad luck, the one that I bought. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to go about drilling and tapping the post. In this one, I'm going to show you right now how I'm going to remove this post with the Dremel tool. Now, if you already understand this process, you can just go to the next video, because I'm going to keep the video on until this post comes off. But there's really nothing more to see, and it's going to take a few to get through this with the Dremel. And by the way, what I'm trying to do is stay on this brass part as much as possible, okay, because I want a clean hole like that, right? And I don't want to damage this, but it's going to get scratched a little bit, and that's okay. It's not going to change anything.